Alright geezers, Big Man Earth Apologist back with another terrific slop instalment. God, will he ever stop? No, because the truth needs to be told. And in today's Breaking Truves, Sydney Sweeney is selling bath water infused soap bars. Bella Delphine walked so this lady could strut. What do I think of this? Well, I mean, that's capitalism. Thanks for playing. There will be crusty, horny, lonely, mentally deranged men. And they probably watch these videos. And instead of giving me that money, they will give a multi-millionaire / billionaire that money. Oh, it makes me sick, dear viewer. No, I mean, it's a novelty product by a celebrity. I can't keep up with it, I'll be honest. Isn't Sydney Sweeney Sabrina Carpenter? Am I getting them mixed up? Is that someone different? I swear Sydney Sweeney is that Sabrina Carpenter woman. They may be two separate people. I swear Sydney Sweeney is the woman called Sabrina Carpenter. That's not her real name, evidently. But no, whoever this woman is, she's, I don't know. I don't know. Is Sabrina Carpenter, is it like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus? Is Sydney Sweeney, does she play Sabrina Carpenter? But bath water infused soap bars now coming to, I imagine, I don't know, Tesco's. Yeah, Tesco's. Is that the kind of demographic of people who would buy this? Is this a Waitrose purchase? I don't fucking know anymore, dear viewer. In other truths, imagine dragons. Cool, aren't they? They're kind of like dinosaurs, but they were real at one point. Why isn't a pterodactyl zoographically classified as a dragon? I feel misled. I feel, right, the nature community are lying to us. They are dinosaurs that fly. Please tell me how that isn't a dragon, yeah? No, I want fucking answers. Sorry, no. Imagine Dragons, the rock band. Oh, God. They write anthems for every mediocre 30-something-year-old white man. They've been seen coming out on stage with a Palestinian flag at the end of one of their concerts, and I can't explain why, dear viewer. I have a sudden urge to defend Israel's actions in Gaza. In other truths, rapper Bonobo... Hang on, what? Bonobos? Bono dollar sign? Baby no money. Right, sorry. Forgive my ignorance, dear viewer. I'm not a fucking idiot. No, I'm sorry. If you read that and get, oh, that's obviously baby no money, you need to go back to school. You need to seek higher education. No, I'm dyslexic. Maybe that plays a part. I do not read that and think, yeah, obviously, baby no money. This Bonobo chap, he's a bit of a rapper. He had like a sleeper hit in 2019, I think, around the same time as Old Country, New Road, whatever the fuck it was called. I think that's what it was called. I'm gonna take my horse down the old town road. That one, you know that one. The one that was great for about 5 minutes and got excruciating for the 2.5 months afterwards. Oh, God, it was dreadful. It really was. You couldn't escape it. The people next door were blasting it. It was like Chinese water torture. It was African-American sound torture. Oh, it's going to be one of those. Click off now, honestly. Just click off now. Bonobo has essentially, I suppose, Stalin style airbrushed. No, he hasn't. He's censored Asmon. Frankly, I think we should be following in this Bonobo gentleman's steps, and we should all start censoring him. Wouldn't that be good if his name was replaced with a beep? Oh, dear viewer, the fun we could have with that. We just censor people's existence. Forget about cancel culture. We need to just censor people as if they're the mere existence is profanity. Your existence is offensive to me. So we're going to censor you. Oh, that would be beautiful. Can we do that, dear viewer? Yeah, maybe when our benevolent red overlord Xi Jinping takes over, he'll do that. Oh, long live the 1,000-year dynasty of our red overlord. And he looks nothing like Winnie the Pooh. It's important to mention that. He looks nothing like Winifred Bear. I don't know where these vile rumours came from. What was the point? Yes, no. Bonobo. Baby no money. Baby no dollar sign. As essentially censored AsmonMold's appearance in his music video, stating he was unaware at the time of filming this that asmongold was a fucking idiot, which I find hard to believe. One look at the man and you can tell he's a little bit of an invalid. He's a little bit, you know, I don't know the PC term, he's a little bit div. He's a little bit div in the membrane department. But apparently this geezer didn't do any tertiary vetting or one single Google search to find out this guy's views, what he believes. I mean, one simple Google search of asmongold rat alarm clock should have been a fucking warning sign. No. Instead, he hired a man to appear in his music video knowing nothing about the guy. Now, I get it. I understand. Life is short, you're busy, you're going on tour, you're playing your hippity hop, your hip hop teddy bear. Comment below, did you have one of those as a kid? Oh, they were good, weren't they? You'd press him and he'd dance in it. He had sunshades on. That's my rap upbringing. Yeah, I'm from the mean streets of wherever the fuck hip hop teddy bear came from. I really don't know why I bother doing these videos. You should know that, dear viewer. But he's been terribly upset with the realisation that asmonmold is a gormless 10th wit. I mean, I could have told you that, mate. Come on. And I get it. He doesn't have time to vet and background check everyone in every music video. But he's a feature in this music video. He's a, e-celebrity in this music video. How do you not know his views on Palestinians as barbaric animals that should be obliterated? How do you not know his views on Jewish people? You know what I mean? Or transgender people or whatever else. How do you not know his ever so slight Nazi leanings? Because it's not new. This guy's not new. He used to do apolitical content, but he's been a political streamer for about 5 years now, it feels like. I mean, I covered it last year. Late last year when he was having his little meltdown, his little breakfast at Tiffany's over innocent women and children being carpet bombed into oblivion. He thought that was great fun. Oh, he loved that. He very proudly stood up in his damp, mould-infested squalor. He stood up and he said, I think that's great. I think it's brilliant. These are animals. They not like us. They are half-lives. They deserve this. They deserve this happening to them. You must have heard about that, Mr. Bonobo. Surely it was big news. He got a slap on the wrist from twitch.com for it. You must have heard about that. No, evidently not. But he put out a little statement at the beginning of his music video. I completely condemn these views. I just found out about 4 minutes ago. Please do your research next time, mate. Yeah, come on. Let's not be shooting music videos with the reanimated corpse of Idi Amin or Mugabe or any other. Who's your favourite, black evil person? Comment below. No, I want a discourse on this. I want an open, engaging conversation. Who's your favourite black evil person? Let's get a conversation. Let's get a ball rolling. Maybe that's what we do. Each episode we go by race, gender, orientation, ethnicity. We make like an evil tier list in all of the different subgenres of people. Yeah? Oh, good. Nice one. Anyway, I've spent far too much time on this. There is other associated AsmonMold stories. I believe the story that triggered this newfound condemnation from Baby No Money was him, Asmon, Zach Hoyle, that is his real name, leading a hate mob against some trans jiggly anime cartoon person. They criticised Asmon. Asmon didn't like that because, you know, he's got the emotional and mental constitution of wet paper mache, so no real surprise there. And he's basically sent a bunch of very questionable 14 and 15-year-olds to attack this person. To the credit of the trans jiggly anime cat person, I do have to say this, right? This is a trans woman, I believe, and they criticised AsmonMold. They've received a lot of backlash, and they've stood firm. They've stood very firm. They have not buckled. They have not backed down. So, as it so often is, dear viewer, a trans woman has more balls than most of the men I talk about on this channel. Fucking tip. In other vtuber, VTuber Alicia X Death has beaten cancer. Well, you can't win them all. I was unharmed. I was totally unaffected in this VTuber's cancer diagnosis, battle and eventual victory. I understand you're very concerned. You probably heard the news. You were thinking, fucking hell, is Earth Apologist all right? I'm fine. I'm still very much here. I am not a convicted cancer patient. There are allegations, but they've all been debunked by now. My health has never been better. As a matter of fact, I'm actually probably the best man on planet Earth currently, alive. So, no, I was completely unaffected in this. Cancer, keep at it, boy. You'll get one of them soon. No, I don't get the VTuber thing, right? It's kind of like the bathwater story. It's for a bunch of crusty, bewildered, scared, lonely men to form some kind of bond with these jiggly anime cat people on screen. And I think it's very bizarre. Like, don't you have real women in your life you could form meaningful bonds with? You know, I've got a fiance and she's okay. Yeah, I tolerate her. So, you know what I mean? Why don't you do that? What's stopping you from doing that? I mean, no offence to Big Man Dum Dum Called, but he's got a wife. What's your fucking excuse? You know what I mean? I saw him driving in a car that probably isn't his, probably escaping from the loony bin again to watch my videos. Right? He's got a wife. Now, I'm not sure if she's real, but he thinks he has a wife. So, no, I'm sorry, what's your excuse? Dum Dum Called, Big Man Dum Dum Called isn't forming these parasocial bonds with big-titted anime GFs or whatever the fuck. Just get a nice girl, a sweet girl with sad eyes, a tawny face, auburn, chestnut hair. Yeah. Maybe she calls you a schmuck as you light her cigarette. That'd be good, isn't it? Some punky Brooklyn girl with sad eyes to call you a schmuck. Wouldn't you like that? No. In all seriousness, though, I do imagine Dum Dum Called being wheeled around on some gurney like Hannibal Lecter. No, how else do you explain the fact he disappears for 3 whole months and then pops back up like nothing happened? That man is in and out of some sort of like institution, right? You cannot convince me otherwise. That is my headcanon. I don't have a headcanon for Linux Penguin yet, but be warned, I am concocting one. In other truths, and a heartbreaking blow to the billionaire gene pool, MrBeast has now essentially become one, quote unquote. His net worth is evaluated at $1 billion now. I personally don't believe that makes him a billionaire, because a lot of that is probably, a lot of that is imagined money, right? So much of this money is not real. So much of Elon Musk's money isn't real. That man could not draw out $100 at an ATM. Because so much of it is speculation, or in other words, imaginary. It is imagined money. I sincerely doubt MrBeast is actually a billionaire, but his net worth now is at 1 billion. What do I think of this? Well, he's a billionaire at 27. He's the youngest, quote-unquote, self-made billionaire. So, congratulations, I guess. I'm not happy about this news, of course, because do we really need another soulless, bloodless, anti-charismatic, that's a real word, I've said it now, billionaire in the world? Isn't Jeff Bezos enough? Hasn't the billionaire community suffered enough, dear viewer? I am sick and tired of they just can't catch a break, these people. They work hard to leech off the work of others. And this is what happens. This is what fucking happens. MrBeast is now a fucking billionaire. And it's not fair. It is not fair. No, they really can't catch a break. Jeff Bezos is on suicide watch because now he's got competition for the least likeable billionaire on earth. Personally, I believe, when I'm Prime Minister, every house is going to have a vault. Every house is going to have a money room. We're going to step away from banks. Banks have gone too far. Banks cannot be trusted. 2008 was a history lesson. Learn from it. All right, if you choose to not do your revision, fine, that's on you. But as Prime Minister, I'm doing my fucking homework. Each new house we will build, and we will build many, we will probably build more than anyone else. We are going to build houses, and by law, they will be required to have safes built in. They will have money rooms. These money rooms will double up as fallout shelters. Okay, eventually those Russian bastards are going to overplay their hand, and we need the British public to be prepared. Every single British home, house, flat above a laundromat, every single one of them will be by law required to have a money room, and it will double up as a fallout shelter. Okay, very simple. Very, very simple. We're going to make houses nuke proof. And that is my promise to you, the British public, dear viewer. Okay? Because I think banks have gone too far. I think those red bastards are going to overplay their hand, and we need to be prepared for it.
If there is any trans joy, if it happens at all, it happens very briefly, sometime between the 25th story and the ground.
In other truths, oh God, it's this bloke again. What's his name? John Walsh. He's the fellow with the little gender-affirming beard. He's always cosplaying as a lumberjack. Desperate. Oh, he's so desperate to prove he's, a man. Bless him. He has been channeling the good word of our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ in this clip. No doubt it played at the beginning. And you'll agree. You will agree without a shadow of a doubt, this is a Christ-like display of love and compassion for your fellow man. Essentially, frothing and foaming like a bit of a rabid badger at the thought of trans people he himself views as mentally ill, are killing themselves. So, again, concerning self-report, these people keep telling on themselves. This is the same bloke who also frothed and foamed like a rabid badger at the thought of 16-year-olds being prime fertility for breeding. So he's a bit of a fucking suspect. Check his hard drive, alright? Like, Jesus Christ, these people cannot help themselves. But it's a concerning self-report because he, like many of his ilk, many of these dailywire cretins, they do, and they will gladly stand up and say this. I have to give them credit for that. They're not using dog whistles. They are being direct in that assertion. Trans people are mentally ill. They see them that way. So how would these followers of the Christ treat the mentally ill? Would they treat the mentally ill like Jesus would, potentially? No, they will laugh, make light of, ever so slightly touch themselves at the thought of these, prescribed mentally ill individuals throwing themselves off of buildings, which is, again, it's not my wheelhouse. I'll put my hands up, I will admit. It's not my wheelhouse. I'm not a biblical scholar. I don't know what's in the Bible, Your Honour. I will say this, though. I personally, and comment below if I'm wrong, I could be wrong, I don't think Jesus Christ ever did a little sermon talking about how we need to, you know, essentially masturbate at the thought of mentally ill people killing themselves. I could be wrong. Maybe that's like a B-side. Maybe that's not one of his hits, you know, maybe that's a more obscure JC cut. I'll have to ask him next time I go out drinking with him. Because as I previously talked about on this wonderful, terrific slop channel, dear viewer, I do once in a blue moon, I go out boozing with JC, big man JC. Arguably the biggest man, yeah? Who is bigger than Jesus? Other than the Beatles. But I was out drinking with him. And I did, quite candidly, ask Jesus what his views were on this John Walsh fella with his little gender-affirming beard. And I don't know how to say this, Mr. Walsh. He thinks you're a bit of a dickhead. He does. Now, obviously, he's not going to tell you that. No, he's not going to tell you that. Because he's a nice guy. He's a cool bloke. Yeah, he wears sandals. He drives a Subaru. He does magic tricks down at Santa Monica Bay. Oh, he's a cool bloke. American, blue-eyed, white man. Yeah, that's the important bit. Underline that. Don't listen to those woke bastards. He wasn't a Palestinian Jew immigrant. He wasn't. Okay? That's a lie. He was a white American man. Honestly, I can't take these people seriously. But no, it is a stunning self-report. Just the outward cruelty towards people they will readily admit they view as mentally ill. Forget about Jesus Christ. He was a liberal. He was a filthy fucking Democrat, that bastard. Yeah? Having tea with prostitutes, washing the feet of the poor. No, that bastard doesn't know what he's talking about. We like Old Testament God, yeah? Honestly, you can tell a lot about God botherers just by which testament of the Bible they lean into, yeah? New Testament fuckers, usually decent, cool people. You know, you can have a beer with them. They maybe have a gay nephew. They don't quite understand him. They pray for him, but they don't shame him. You know, cool. Decent people, fine, whatever. The Old Testament heads, you've got to be fucking weary of, because if they're not paedophiles, they're people like this. You know, ardent defenders of the Catholic Church. Fucking hell, talk about grooming kids. Honestly, transvestites wouldn't stand a chance in a grooming kids competition against the Catholic Church. Give me a fucking break. But my philosophy on God, on religion writ large, has always been very simple, dear viewer. Okay? If your version of God is an arsehole, find a new one. Alright? Simple as. No excuses. If your version of God is telling you to hurt people, hate people, discriminate against people, that is not a God worth following. I don't care if he wears a funky hat. I don't care if he calls himself the Prophet Muhammad. I don't care if he's got 8 arms and rides an elephant. If he's telling you to hurt people, dump him. He's an abusive boyfriend. Matt Walsh is, of course, a modern-day philosopher. He's been compared to Diogenes. I think that's more a comment on the smell, though, and basic fucking hygiene. But no, he is. I have to give him that. He's a modern-day philosopher. He asks the all-important question, what is a woman? And he himself, of course, can answer that question. He walks into a bar, he sees the people covering their drinks, and all of a sudden, he has his answer. But no, don't take anything these dailywire ghouls say seriously. These are multi-millionaires who think you're idiots, by the way. Sorry, you had to hear it from me. They think you're gormless fuckwits. And they treat you as such because they get you, insanely angry over figments. They have you shadowboxing with all trans people coming to eat your children and all of the illegals, when really the people the working class should be fucking outraged at is the billionaires. It's the kleptocrats. It's the corporate soulless money men and the vampires leeching off of your hard fucking work. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that because, spoilers, dear viewer, they are those money men. Yeah? Or failing that, they are the cock sleeves of those money men. Yeah? They're good little sluts. Oh, they'll do their hair in bunches for those corporate vampires. They are in the pocket of those corporate vampires. So don't be angry at trans people whose only crime, to the best of my knowledge, is trying to be happy and exist in a way they best see comfortable. Don't be angry at those people. They've done fuck all to you. Be angry at the leeches above you. The cultural landlords above you. Taking you for everything you're worth and taking more. And by the way, this is just a little sidebar to Michael Knowles. Yeah, Mikey Knowles. Please come out of the closet, mate. All right, your wife knows. Your co-workers knows. You are gay. You are a gay man. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, everyone knows it. I know it. Deep down, somewhere buried, deep inside yourself, you know it, mate. Stop lying to people. Stop lying to your kids. You are a gay man, Michael Knowles. In other truths concerning here, Creator Clash 3 has allegedly been delayed. Now, this worries me because that implies me and Chris Balls taking turns battering each other in a car park wasn't Creator Clash 3. Please tell me, if that isn't Creator Clash, what the fuck is? Allegedly, apparently, according to, the Associated Press, I did not partake in Creator Clash 3, nor did Chris Balls. I've been on the phone to Mr. Balls, and it's safe to say, dear viewer, he's irate. He is quite cross about this. No, honestly, it does upset me that people will just say one thing. They're going to say, Creator Clash 3 is going to happen, and then it's delayed. I put my heart and soul into physically assaulting Chris Balls, and this is the fucking thanks I have to show for it. I put so much effort into this low quality bollocks, and it's never enough. It's never enough. And Chris Balls, he has the same sentiment as me. He sounded really deflated. Bless him. He's a juggernaut. Everyone knows Chris Balls, and he's worried this is going to affect his career because, things are on the up and up. He's a household name. People know Irate Gamer. And people, soon enough, will know Earth Apologist. Yeah? No adjective needed. No, I'm a noun, a verb kind of fucker. Alright, I don't need adjectives. I describe myself. But it is upsetting. You think when someone posts something online, it's going to be true. It turns out, no, not everything you read online is true. So once again, the testament is sadly proven correct. Don't read everything you believe online, dear viewer. Because all of a sudden, turns out, no, I didn't partake in Creator Clash 3. And it turns out, no, me and Chris Balls just had a go at each other in a car park, or parking lot, if you'd prefer. Well, it's been another fantastic slop video from yours truly, internet protagonist, big man Earth Apologist. What did you think of it? What would you rate it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? You're the best. You're the best. Like/dislike, comment and subscribe. It's all engagement. And who knows, if we keep this in truth the ass movement going, we keep pushing forward, I may once again hit quadruple digit views. Oh dear viewer, wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be nice if we could if we could get out of this quagmire of 12 views? Where did it all go so wrong? No, I'm sticking to my guns, and who knows, maybe in Earth versus the World Series 3 I'll get like a proper setup, and I'll have like proper wank battler, you know, headphones and a microphone pole and a microphone pop shield, and all the old head in Truth the Asts will start yelling Judas in the comment section, yeah, like when Bob Dylan went electric. You've betrayed the sound, man. We like half of the video being barely audible and the rest being blown out. I can't believe you do this, Earth apologist. Where's the wet mouth sounds? How am I supposed to get my hashtag truths without the hashtag wet mouth sounds? Who knows? But no, I'm optimistic that the algorithm will have mercy on my soul once more. Well, the videos I expect to do well, dead in the water. And the videos I do not have much hope for, the videos I'm personally not a big fan of, end up blowing up. That Jared the Completionist video, it was alright. It was middling. It was an okay Earth apologist video. The Taylor Swift one, which I will get round to reposting at some point, I'm re-uploading it all, the entire back catalogue. It just takes a while. That Swifties declared jihad on Dave Grohl video, I fucking loved that one. I was riffing, I was zigging, I was zagging, I was fluid, I was, you know, on the top of my improv game. I really was. And that one, at the height, got about 50 views. So, you know, I am quite excited to have the opportunity to repost that one, because that one I really like. The Paul McCartney's not dead, brackets maybe he is video, love that one. Love that one. The David Tennant isn't goblin enough for the internet. Oh, that one was good as well. You know, that's OG. That's old school Earth apologist. And we really need to get back to that. We do. Anyway, it's been decent, I feel. This one's been alright. Lots of chunks. I don't like it when it's lots of different chunks. I like the videos where I press record and about 30 minutes later I hit stop. I like those ones. This one hasn't been that so much. It's been lots of little sequences. But I see it as an art. You know, different directorial styles. Who knows? Maybe Big Man Claron will direct. Oh, he'll direct an Earth Apologist video. That would be cool. Yeah, what would his spin on the Earth Apologist magic be? Comment below. Dum Dum Cord, if you want to have a go editing one of these videos for free, do comment below. I hate it. I fucking hate the editing. I can't. I would do more of these. I would do these more frequently. If it wasn't the editing, it's painful. It's like pulling teeth. It really is. Soon enough, I'll have a scro that I can pay peanuts and they'll do it for me. But right now, I am the scro. Yeah? Get that on a t-shirt near you. Get that on your fucking tombstone. I am the scro. Rest in peace.